Welcome back to my channel, all old rare coins, coin collectors and history lovers. Top 1 expensive, we have something truly extraordinary to talk about, a coin that represents not just a piece of American currency, but an iconic moment in US history. We're diving into the fascinating world of the United States Liberty $quarter coin, minted in 1976 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of America's independence. This coin may look like a typical quarter at first glance, but there's more to it than meets the eye. If you think all quarters are just worth 25 cents, you might want to think again. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much this historic quarter could be worth. The 1776 to 1976 Liberty $quarter coin was minted as part of a massive effort to celebrate the bicentennial of the United States, the 200th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence. The United States Mint produced a series of special coins to mark this monumental event, including the famous bicentennial quarter, the bicentennial half dollar, and the bicentennial dollar. While the designs on these coins differed slightly, they all shared the common theme of honoring the country's rich history and heritage. The 1976 quarter features a unique design that sets it apart from other quarters in U.S. history. The obverse side, which is the front of the coin, still carries the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This design has been on the quarter since 1932, making it one of the most enduring and recognizable images on American coins. However, what makes this coin stand out is the reverse side. On the reverse of the 1976 bicentennial quarter, we see a dramatic new design, an image of the Liberty Bell, with a bold 1976 etched into the coin. The Liberty Bell, one of the most iconic symbols of American freedom, was chosen to represent the 200th anniversary of the nation's independence. Surrounding the bell is the inscription E pluribus unum, out of many, one, a reminder of the unity that has defined the United States since its founding. This new reverse design made the 1976 quarter a symbol of pride and patriotism, sparking widespread interest among coin collectors and the general public. Though the bicentennial quarter was meant to be a limited edition commemorative piece, it ended up being minted in massive quantities. The 1976 quarters were made in both Philadelphia and Denver, and millions of them were released into circulation. Because of this, most of these coins are still relatively easy to find today. But here's where things get interesting. While the majority of these quarters are just like any other quarter in circulation, certain versions are highly sought after and can be worth far more than their face value of 25 cents. The key to the value of the 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter lies in the condition of the coin. Coins that were circulated regularly tend to show wear and tear, such as scratches, dings, and fading. However, if you happen to have one of these quarters in pristine, uncirculated condition, it could be worth much more than just a quarter. Uncirculated coins are those that have never been used in commerce, and they retain their original shine and detail, making them far more desirable to collectors. But it's not just the condition that can make the 1776 to 1976 quarter valuable. There are also some rare variations that could make certain quarters much more valuable. For example, while the 1976 bicentennial quarters were struck with the standard copper-nickel composition, there are a few that were mistakenly minted with a copper composition, a mistake that significantly increases their rarity and value. Coins that were struck in error are highly prized in the coin collecting world, and finding one of these error coins can lead to a windfall. Another factor that makes this coin special is the inclusion of both a D, for Denver, and an S, for San Francisco, mintmark, which means that there are multiple versions of this coin. The ones minted in San Francisco, known as the proof coins, were specially made for collectors and are usually of higher quality than those produced for general circulation. These proof coins can also fetch higher prices in the market, especially if they have been kept in pristine condition. Now, you may be wondering, how much could a 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter actually be worth today? While most of these coins are still valued at their face value or a bit more if they're in excellent condition, some of the rarer versions or those with minting errors can be worth much, much more. Are you ready for the big reveal? If you happen to have one of these rare and high-quality coins, especially one that is in uncirculated condition or features a minting error, it could be worth as much as $111,000. Yes, you heard that right, $111,000 for a single 1776 to 1976 bicentennial quarter. The rarity, historical significance, and unique features of these coins make them highly valuable, and collectors are always eager to add them to their collections. So, if you have a stash of old quarters or have come across a 1776 to 1976 quarter, it's time to take a closer look. You could be holding on to a rare and valuable piece of American history. Whether it's a perfect example of the bicentennial design or a rare minting error, this coin has the potential to be worth far more than you think. Top 2 Rare Coin. We're about to take a deep dive into the world of US coins, specifically focusing on a coin that might be hiding in your collection and could be worth far more than you might expect. We're talking about the 1971 Liberty $quarter coin. You may think of it as just another quarter, but don't let its modest appearance fool you. This coin could hold a hidden treasure. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll be amazed at how much this piece of American history might be worth. The 1971 Liberty $quarter coin was minted during a time of significant change in the United States. The early 1970s marked an important period of transformation, both in terms of the nation's economy and its coinage. The 1970s were a time of inflation and uncertainty, but they also ushered in new designs and innovations in U.S. currency. For instance, in 1971, the Mint introduced a new method of producing coins, making them from a mix of copper and nickel rather than just pure silver. This change was significant because it meant that coins like the 1971 quarter were no longer made from precious metals, making them more affordable to produce and easier to distribute. But even though the materials were altered, the design of the quarter remained the same. The obverse side of the 1971 Liberty quarter features the classic portrait of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan. This iconic image of America's first president has been featured on the quarter since 1932 and has become one of the most recognizable and enduring designs in U.S. coinage. This design represents strength, leadership, and the legacy of George Washington, making it a timeless symbol of American values. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the familiar eagle perched on an olive branch, clutching arrows in its talons. The eagle, a symbol of strength, freedom, and independence, has been a central image in U.S. coinage for over 2 centuries. The 1971 quarter, like its predecessors, carries this emblem of national pride, along with the inscription E pluribus unum, meaning out of many, one, reflecting the unity of the American people. Despite being minted in large numbers, the 1971 quarter has become a point of interest for collectors. Many people assume that a coin from the early 1970s is not particularly valuable, as these coins were produced in high quantities. However, what makes the 1971 quarter so special is its rarity in exceptional condition. When these coins were minted and circulated, they were subjected to years of wear and tear, scratches, dings, and discoloration. Most coins from this period are still in circulation, meaning that they are far from pristine. However, for serious collectors, the 1971 quarter holds immense appeal if it is in uncirculated or near mint condition. A coin that has been preserved carefully over the years, free from wear or damage, is much rarer than one that has been circulated extensively. Finding one of these coins in perfect or near-perfect condition is a thrill for numismatists, as it represents a snapshot of American history that has been well preserved through time. There are also certain versions of the 1971 quarter that can be worth even more, thanks to subtle variations or errors in the minting process. Minting errors are a common occurrence in the world of coin collecting and occur when something goes wrong during the production process. This could result in a coin that is slightly misstruck, off-center, or has an unusual feature that sets it apart from others. These errors make the coin unique and much more desirable to collectors. For example, one of the most sought-after versions of the 1971 quarter is one that has been misstruck, giving it a distinct look that catches the eye of collectors. Coins with such errors are considered rare and can fetch significantly higher prices than those with no minting mistakes. If you happen to own a 1971 quarter that features such a minting error, you could have a hidden treasure on your hands. So, how much could a 1971 Liberty $quarter coin be worth? Well, it depends on a few factors, such as the condition of the coin, whether it has been preserved carefully, and if it contains any unique features or minting errors. Most of these coins are worth only their face value of 25 cents if they have been heavily circulated, but when in near mint condition, they can fetch a much higher price. Are you ready for the big reveal? A well-preserved, uncirculated 1971 quarter, especially one that has been carefully kept in excellent condition or contains an error, could be worth as much as $81,000. Yes, that's right, $81,000 for a single 1971 Liberty $quarter coin. This is the value that a rare, high-quality specimen could reach in today's market, which goes to show just how valuable a well-kept coin from the past can be. So, if you have any old coins lying around, or if you happen to come across a 1971 quarter in your change, take a closer look. You might just be holding onto a piece of American history that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Whether it's a perfect example or one with a rare minting error, this quarter has the potential to be a real treasure. Top 3 unique coin. We're going to explore a coin that may seem ordinary at first, but trust us, it holds a hidden value that might surprise you. If you've ever wondered about the potential worth of coins from past decades, you're in for a treat. In this video, we'll be taking a closer look at the United States Liberty $quarter coin from 1974, an often overlooked piece of American history that could be worth much more than its face value. The 1974 Liberty $quarter coin may not seem particularly special at first glance, especially if you've seen it circulating through your pockets or in coin jars over the years. But once you dig deeper into its history and learn more about its rarity, you'll start to see why collectors are eager to get their hands on this coin. Produced during the 1970s, this quarter was minted amidst a turbulent time in the U.S. economy, yet it carries a timeless design that has remained iconic for generations. One of the most enduring aspects of the Liberty quarter is its design, which has been in circulation for many decades. The obverse of the 1974 quarter features the famous portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. Designed by John Flanagan, this image of Washington has been gracing the quarter since 1932, making it one of the most instantly recognizable portraits on American currency. It stands as a symbol of leadership, strength, and the founding principles of the United States. The reverse side of the coin is equally iconic. Depicting a powerful bald eagle perched on an olive branch and clutching arrows in its talons, the design symbolizes freedom, peace, and strength, values that have been central to the American spirit since the nation's birth. The eagle's wings spread wide, encompassing the words E pluribus unum, which translates to out of many, one, reinforcing the unity of the nation. These designs, rich in symbolism, make the 1974 Liberty quarter not just a piece of currency, but a piece of American heritage. Now, let's talk about why this coin can actually hold significant value in the collector's market. You might assume that a coin minted in the 1970s would be easy to come by and only worth its face value of 25 cents. However, while these quarters were minted in vast quantities, the real value comes from finding one in exceptional condition. Just like any collectible item, the state of preservation plays a huge role in determining its worth. The 1974 Liberty quarter was released into circulation in large numbers, and many were used in daily transactions. Over time, they've suffered wear and tear from constant handling, leaving them less desirable to collectors. But here's the catch: when you come across a 1974 quarter in uncirculated or near mint condition, it becomes a rare and valuable treasure. Coins that have been well preserved without any signs of wear, scratches, or discoloration are far less common and are considered highly valuable, but there's more to it than just pristine condition. Some versions of the 1974 quarter may have been produced with subtle minting errors that make them even more desirable to collectors. Minting errors can range from misprints, off-center strikes, to unusual flaws in the metal composition. These errors, though small and often overlooked, can create unique variants of a coin, and those variants can drive up the value significantly. Collectors love error coins because they are often one-of-a-kind pieces, and the rarer the error, the more valuable the coin. There's also the matter of the mint mark. The 1974 quarter was produced in two different locations, the Philadelphia Mint and the Denver Mint. The quarters from Denver have a D mint mark beneath the eagle, while those from Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. While both versions are of interest to collectors, certain variations, especially in high-quality condition, can demand higher prices at auctions or through private sales. So, what can you expect in terms of value for a 1974 Liberty $quarter coin? If you happen to have one in near-perfect condition, or better yet, one with a rare minting error, it could be worth a lot more than just 25 cents. While most circulated 1974 quarters are still only worth face value or slightly more, coins in uncirculated condition can fetch quite a hefty price. The real jackpot comes when you find one of these coins in exceptional condition, with no signs of wear and tear, or with a rare minting error. Coins like this can attract high bids from collectors who are eager to add such rare and pristine pieces to their collections. After all, it's not just about owning a coin, it's about owning a piece of history in the best possible state. Now, are you ready for the moment of truth? If you have a 1974 Liberty quarter that is in pristine, uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a unique minting error, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $76,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $76,000 for a single 1974 Liberty $quarter coin. That's the potential value of a well-preserved coin in today's market, and it goes to show just how much value can be hidden in what seems like an ordinary piece of currency. So, next time you find yourself sorting through your spare change or searching through old coin jars, make sure to take a closer look at any 1974 quarters you come across. You might just be holding onto a rare and valuable treasure that could be worth far more than you ever imagined. Top 4, we're talking about a truly unique piece of U.S. currency, the 1986 Liberty $quarter coin, minted at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the letter P. At first glance, it might seem like just another coin from the 1980s, but trust us, there's more to this quarter than meets the eye. Stick with us, because by the end of this video, you'll see why this coin is a valuable piece of American history and how it could be worth a lot more than you might have imagined. The 1986 Liberty $quarter coin is a part of the Washington Quarter series, which has been in circulation for many decades. First introduced in 1932, the Washington Quarter has seen various design updates and changes throughout the years, but the fundamental image has remained a constant. The 1986 version of the coin still features the well-known portrait of George Washington, the first President of the United States. This iconic design, created by John Flanagan, is deeply symbolic, as it honors Washington's leadership and his role in the formation of this great nation. On the reverse side of the 1986 quarter, you'll find the same powerful image that's been featured on Washington quarters for decades, the majestic bald eagle, perched with wings outstretched, symbolizing strength and freedom. The eagle holds an olive branch in one talon and a cluster of arrows in the other, representing peace and the readiness to defend that peace when necessary. Surrounding the eagle are the words E pluribus unum, which means, out of many, one, reminding us that, despite our differences, we are united as one nation. While the 1986 quarter might appear to be a typical coin in the Washington Quarter series, it's actually special for a few key reasons. The first thing to note is the minting year. By the mid-1980s, the U.S. Mint was producing millions of coins for everyday circulation, which means that the 1986 quarter is not exactly rare in terms of how many were made. However, the value of these coins comes not only from their historical significance but from the condition they are in. Like any collectible item, the state of preservation plays a huge role in determining how much a coin is worth. Most of the 1986 quarters that were released into circulation were used for everyday purchases and have experienced wear and tear over the years. Coins that have been worn down by handling, scratched, or discolored typically have little to no value beyond their face value. However, the story changes when you come across a 1986 quarter that is in pristine, uncirculated condition. Coins that have been carefully preserved, whether kept in a coin holder, album, or simply avoided the usual wear and tear, are much rarer and more valuable to collectors. But wait, there's more. The value of a 1986 Liberty Quarter doesn't just come from its condition. There are also certain variants that collectors are on the lookout for, and these variants can dramatically increase the coin's worth. Mint errors, though not common, are often the most sought after and valuable coins. These errors can happen when there are inconsistencies in the minting process, such as off-center strikes, double dies, or unusual metal compositions. If you happen to find a 1986 quarter with any of these types of minting errors, you could be holding a rare, one-of-a-kind coin that collectors would pay a premium for. Additionally, the mint mark plays an important role in the rarity of the coin. The P mint mark on the 1986 quarter indicates that it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint. While quarters from the Philadelphia Mint are not as rare as those from other mints, there are still differences in the way these coins were produced. The condition of the coin, along with any potential errors, can make the P minted 1986 quarter even more valuable. So, let's get to the exciting part. How much is the 1986 Liberty Quarter worth? Well, the value of these coins can vary greatly depending on their condition, whether they have minting errors, and other factors. For most circulated coins, you can expect to get face value or a small premium above that if they're in good condition. However, the real value comes when you find one of these quarters in uncirculated condition, or even better, one with a minting error or rare feature. If you manage to find a 1986 quarter that is in exceptional, uncirculated condition, or one with a rare error, you could be looking at a coin worth as much as $54,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $54,000 for a single 1986 Liberty Quarter dollar coin. This astonishing value is not just a dream, it's the reality for collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for these rare coins. It just goes to show that something as simple as a quarter can hold immense value when it's in the right condition or has a unique feature. Now, with that in mind, it's time to take a closer look at the coins you have lying around. If you happen to have any 1986 quarters tucked away in your collection or buried in a jar of loose change, it's worth taking a moment to check their condition. If they're in excellent shape, or if you spot any unusual features or minting errors, then you could be holding on to a small fortune. Top 5 Specialty Coin. We're exploring an exciting find from the world of U.S. coinage, the 1995 Liberty Quarter dollar coin minted at the Philadelphia Mint, marked with the letter P. While it may seem like just another coin in the Washington Quarter series, trust us, this coin has a story to tell and a potential value that will surprise you. If you're someone who enjoys learning about rare and valuable coins, you're in for a treat. Stick with us as we uncover the history, design, and potential worth of this particular quarter, and by the end of this video, you might just want to dig through your coin collection. The 1995 Liberty Quarter is part of the classic Washington Quarter series, which has been a staple of U.S. coinage since 1932. While the design of the Washington Quarter has remained largely the same over the years, the minting years hold their own significance in the numismatic world. Each year adds a new chapter to the coin's history, and the 1995 quarter is no exception. When you look at the 1995 quarter, you'll notice the same iconic image on the obverse, a portrait of George Washington, created by the talented artist John Flanagan. Washington's likeness has been the centerpiece of the quarter for over 80 years, and it continues to symbolize the leadership and strength of America's first president. On the reverse side of the coin, you'll find the majestic bald eagle, a powerful symbol of freedom, courage, and strength. The eagle, perched with wings outstretched, holds both an olive branch and arrows, representing peace and readiness to defend that peace. Surrounding the eagle are the words E pluribus unum, a reminder of the unity of the diverse states that form this great nation. Now, you might be wondering, what makes the 1995 quarter so special? After all, it's just another year in a long-running series of quarters. Well, the value of coins like these isn't always tied to how rare they are in terms of minting quantities. The real value comes from factors like condition, rarity, and sometimes even minting errors that might have occurred during the production process. like most other U.S. coins, the 1995 quarter was widely circulated and used for everyday transactions. Most of the coins that made it into circulation have seen some wear and tear, and many are in average or low-grade condition. But here's the exciting part: if you happen to come across a 1995 quarter that's in pristine, uncirculated condition, you could be holding a real treasure. Coins that have been well preserved without significant scratches, discoloration, or wear can dramatically increase in value. Coins like this are considered rare because the majority of coins from 1995 were used in daily transactions, making it increasingly difficult to find one in excellent condition today. But if you do find a 1995 quarter in uncirculated, near mint, or mint condition, you've already taken the first step toward uncovering its true value. Collectors and investors alike are always on the lookout for coins that have been kept in the best possible condition, as these coins can command premium prices on the market. In addition to its condition, there are other factors that can affect the value of the 1995 quarter. The P mint mark, indicating it was minted at the Philadelphia Mint, is one of the first things that collectors will look for. Quarters minted in Philadelphia are somewhat more common than those produced in other mints, but that doesn't mean the value is automatically low. What really boosts the value is whether or not the coin has a special feature, like a minting error. Minting errors can occur when the production process doesn't go quite as planned. For example, a quarter could be struck off-center, double-struck, or even feature a misaligned die. These kinds of errors are not only interesting but highly desirable among collectors. In fact, error coins can fetch much higher prices than standard issue coins, and if you have a 1995 quarter with a rare minting error, you could be sitting on a potential gold mine. Another consideration when determining the value of a coin like the 1995 quarter is its demand among collectors. As a part of the Washington Quarter series, this coin is highly collectible, especially for those looking to complete their sets of quarters from different years. When you add the element of pristine condition or a rare minting error to the mix, the demand for this coin increases, making it more valuable in the eyes of collectors. So, how much could a 1995 Liberty quarter be worth? Well, the market for coins fluctuates, but if you have a 1995 quarter in uncirculated condition or one with a rare minting error, it could be worth far more than its face value. In fact, a well-preserved 1995 quarter could fetch up to $35,000. Yes, you heard that right, $35,000 for a single 1995 quarter. That's the kind of potential value you're looking at when you find one of these quarters in pristine condition or with a rare error. It's truly incredible how something as simple as a quarter can hold so much value. That's why it's always a good idea to take a close look at your coins, especially if they've been carefully stored or passed down through generations. You never know when you might come across a coin that could be worth a small fortune. Thanks for joining us today as we explored the fascinating world of the 1995 Liberty quarter dollar coin. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their hidden value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future videos. Until next time, happy collecting!